welcome to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danica Foley Long. With me, we have the mayor of the city of Morgan City, Lee Dragna. First and foremost, all hail the king.
Yeah, that
That's
was
a new
fun.
title. How was that?
That was fun.
You
It was
enjoyed
really
it?
fun. I sure did. You were there?
Yeah, well, I got to ask you how it was for
That's right.
you. It
It
looked like
was
you had a
fun.
good time. I got the video to post. You just follow me. You'll probably get a chance if you didn't get a chance
That's a
to see it.
blackmail, huh?
But you did. It looked like you had a lot of fun, and you'll be the king for a year. Let's talk about Mardi Gras. I mean, we missed Mardi Gras 1 year, and it's back. And what would you like to say about Mardi Gras this year? Now that people have lost it, and it's like trying to get back outside,
Well,
right?
everybody's trying to move around. Everybody's trying to go. You go to the park, it's full. You go to the lake and park, it's full. And people, if you want to get out, this is a family-friendly town. It's not dangerous. We have plenty of security whenever for the parades, and it's going to be fun. And I think everybody's going to want to get out because, like you said, at least 2 years they haven't seen a parade, And I hear that all of the crews, all of the people on the floats have bought this tremendous amount of stuff to throw. I know I personally did too, and there's going to be a lot of stuff flying because last year they bought some and they didn't get to throw it. This year they bought some more and they're ready to sling.
Yeah.
They're ready to throw.
Yeah.
And that's the funnest part of it is the kids and all to catch the toys and stuff, It's more around toys now instead of beads, for the most part. But it's safe, it's family friendly. We don't have to worry about the big gigantic atmospheres like New Orleans. I'm not docking New Orleans at all. I'm just saying a lot of people, room to spread out. You're not 4 or 5 people deep on a parade route. I said, you get towards the end of the parade, that's the best place to be.
Yeah.
Because they got plenty of stuff to throw and nobody to throw it to.
All right, and speaking of parades, we got to hit the streets. So let's talk about streets. I've kind of seen a couple of streets having some repair work being done. There's one in particular I think I talked to you about on Barrow Street. And so tell me, is this something that's going through the road royalty tax that was once in place? I know that they do that pretty much annually.
Exactly what it is. A road royalty, it's a 0.3% of your sales tax. We giving it back the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be to fix the roads and our sidewalks, depending on if they're in bad enough shape. If you see a sidewalk that you believe needs to be fixed, just report it to the city hall. We will go and investigate it. I mean, there's too many sidewalks for us to look at every single one of them every day, But these repairs on the roads, they're just constantly beating away at them and getting them done. There was some areas of town that got neglected. I mean, I'll be honest with you, not from this administration, but before. And so we're kind of hitting on those areas that got neglected, for the most part. There's a lot of other places, especially on the parade route, but we said Victor 2 got a few bad spots. We're going to wait. We're not going to bust up the road right before the parades. Right after that, you will see Victor 2 have a few spots that gets busted up, so please bear with us. Make the block, something like that.
Now, road royalty is actually something down that is trickled down from the parish, right? These are parish funds?
No, this is a city. They call that something of theirs road royalty that came from the state, which is a one-time fee. We have a 0.3% sales tax only in Morgan City that the people pay for their own roads.
Okay.
All right? And nobody else can tell us what to do with that money, as long as we use it on the right thing. But we need to, next year we'll have to renew it, and I want to renew it because it keeps our roads in good shape, and it renews for, I think, 10 years or 11 years, something like that. So it's a pretty good deal.
Okay. All right. And you actually have a program going on right now. The housing weatherization, I know, is one program that we've talked about in the past. And, of course, business facade. How's that program moving? Because I know it's kind of slow, in the beginning.
Yeah, it's the government, so we had to figure it out. And not many governments, local or parish, have done this because it's work, right? Well, we love work at the city of Morgan City now, so we figure it out. Well, we have 20 businesses that are fully funded with the facade grants, up to $10,000 job each, That's a big deal.
And as a matching, the business has to match.
That's 25%.
Okay.
So, and I hear people buying digital signs, all that stuff. They happy as all get out because the money's there. They don't have to wait to get it back.
Okay, and what about the housing
The
side?
housing side is slower because a lot of these houses are not owned, so we're going to expand it a little bit more to where more people can qualify for it in different amount of money they make a year.
Okay, all right, good. We just wanted to kind of get a good little start here. We've got much more to cover right here on The Voice of the Coast. Come on back. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, my guest is Mayor Lee Dragna with the City of Morgan City. And let's get on to something else, and let's talk about the water plant. I mean, that's fully funded, so you're like, everything is all paid for.
110% fully funded.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
$5.2 million. We basically went and looked at Patterson's water plant, which is state of the art, and they were able to get theirs through CBDG money a few years ago.
Right.
So we were able to get 2 water clarifiers and a complete system to enhance, not to enhance our system, to replace our system. And it's 5.2 million, which of that we put up about 1.2 million of it out of our the free money from the government, ARPA funds, and then through the road we wrote a grant. Our grant writer wrote a grant and got $4 million from it. So the grant writer is paying dividends tenfold.
Yeah.
You know, over and over and over again.
What was the issue with our water plant? I know, obviously, I'm sure old.
58 years old.
Okay.
You know, and everything was falling apart.
Yeah.
You know, we make 3.5 million gallons a day, you know, of water, and there've been 3 generations of water plants since us.
Yeah.
Right. So now this one will save us close to $500,000 in labor and chemicals alone per year. Plus, it increases our ability to make water by almost double. So say if a million needs water, we can pump it to them. If Bergen needs water, we can pump it to them. I mean, there's an old pipe over the bridge. We don't know if it works, if it's going to leak.
Okay.
It don't matter if it leaks or not. As long as they're in a bind, right?
Yeah.
You pump it to them.
Okay.
So we you know, and we don't have to run one plant, not 2 at a time. Right now, we got to run both of them.
Okay.
Right,
So we'll just have one as a backup.
Well, they just alternate.
Okay.
They'll alternate them, and they don't wear them out like that.
All right. Now, you mentioned ARPA, and we've heard ARPA before. It's like the American Recovery.
Rescue Plan.
Yeah.
Rescue plan.
Rescue. Yep. Exactly. And it's an act, and pretty much all the municipalities were able to tap into that, into those monies. All of our money is going into the water plant, or do we have?
No, only 1 million. 1,200,000 of it goes to the water. We had got 3.9 million. We used some of it to buy a fire truck. We used some of it, 350,000 to buy a fire truck. We put $500,000 on the side for this facade grant and weatherization of houses grant that the city's distributing the money. And about $1 million of it's going to go into our sewer system here, fixing that, and a few internal drain pipes. Like we cleaned all the pipes in Lakeside, took 300,000 pounds of trash out of dry trash. Once we dried it, that's how much it weighed. And we used that. I mean, it's about $100,000 to do that. But I haven't heard a complaint about drainage in Lakeside yet.
Yeah.
Since we did it.
Yeah.
So it must have worked.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't heard the first complaint.
Right. Usually there's issues right around the time we have rain. Isn't that about right?
Well, we had some good rain lately.
Yeah, I'm saying, so you haven't heard anything since
Not
then?
one complaint.
Come on. Okay.
They said they'd never seen it drain that good.
Okay, so no toilets being backed up and water
No,
and
the water's not staying on the street. It's draining up. I mean, they were full of.
Wait, we're talking about drainage on the street.
Street
right,
drainage,
street.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Well, the reason why the toilet backs up is because the water inundates the sewer system. The manhole covers when it stays full of water, right from the rain.
Right. Okay. So it does kind of, it runs hand
It
in
all
hand.
goes.
Yeah.
You fix one by fixing another one.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. Well, you've got some pool demo work. I know prior to you actually starting to tear into it, the fire department actually used the facility and did some work there. And so now we are pretty much gone with the pool,
Yeah,
right?
the fire department used it for two reasons. One was for rescue, and two for dangerous situation rescue. Since the roof was falling in, they were able to do something they never get to do.
Yeah, they do training. They use that opportunity
But
for
it was
training.
dangerous
Yeah.
situation training, like caving in training, that you never find a building caving in.
Right.
So yeah, we demoed the pool, we demoed the back building already. We've already thumped and started digging out the inside the pool, and we prepping that property. We got to fill it in. It's going to take time to pack the dirt, fill it in, for eventually with the city and a collaboration of the city and Ochsner's to put a wellness center.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, we're going to put a pin right there because I want to talk more about this wellness center.
Everybody's getting excited.
Oh, yeah. Y'all come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I'm your host, Danica Foley, along with me, Mayor Lee Dragna with the City of Morgan City. Now, we were talking about, pretty much put a pin on it, the Wellness Center. That's kind of a big deal. Now, I know, of course, in Franklin, they're actually going to be building a Wellness Center. What are going to be the features of the Wellness Center on this end?
Well, this wellness center is not going to be revolved around a lot of doctors. It's going to be revolved around activity. Let's put it that way. We'll have a new pool, much smaller, more economical to operate. We already have 8 tennis courts. We're going to resurface those, and we already started relighting them with new lighting. Where the pool's at is going to be the center itself. That's why we got to prep the ground. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that, months and months to get it packed. And inside of there, I'm not 100% sure what's in it because it's kind of Ochsner's to do that, but I think it's going to have some workout spots. It's going to have some places you can go do, you can go in aerobics if you want and stuff like that, but it's also going to have a upstairs walking track, you know, and they assure me that they're very open to having certain times of the day for certain areas of it to be open, just open to the public.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And now you don't have to really pay. Now, if you want to be a member, you can do
That's what
that
I'm going
too.
to ask you if there's
You can do
membership.
that too if you want. And I'm not 100% sure what it is yet.
Okay.
You know, but like the pool will have time that you can go to, like anybody, right? The walking track will have time you can go to. That's more set for like inclement weather, older people, stuff like that.
So there's going to be an indoor pool?
No, it's going to be an indoor walking track.
Okay, so the pool's still going to be outdoors?
Pool's outdoors.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Pool's
Okay.
outdoors. And like I say, tennis court. And there's a couple other things that'll be a surprise later, but as long as we can fund it.
Right, and this is, of course, a cooperative endeavor agreement with Ochsner?
Well, that and it's both of us fund some.
Okay.
Right? So that way, that's why the city people have to better use it.
Okay.
If we put money in, the
So
people
who's
of the
actually
city,
the owner? Who would be?
the city.
City would be.
City,
Okay, gotcha. All right, and then, of course, I actually got an opportunity to pass by on, what's that, Myrtle Street. I saw the demo of the steam plant. That was
almost
wild. Yes,
completely
to see
finished.
that space, that open space, and buildings down, concrete, cement, whatever, all over the place. That's like one of the oldest buildings too. I mean,
It was
been
in the
up there
40s.
a
from
long
the 40s,
time,
you
yeah.
know, but it was in bad shape.
yeah.
And the guy took a little while, but he got a lot of bad weather. And now we're contracting him to haul all that cement to the lake, you know, for our new marina. We're going to repurpose.
A new marina and a pier.
The pier will come after, but the
Yeah.
pier, there's money funded through a capital outlay that we're going to transfer over to the pier when that time comes to hopefully build the first section of it.
So we're saying first phase is going to be a marina.
No, the marina is totally separate.
Okay.
Nothing to do. That's just as we get concrete, we're going to put it there. But that's
Okay.
1,800 tons of concrete.
Right.
It's 1,000 tons of concrete at the swimming pool, right? By the time we put all that concrete, I think we'll be done with that.
Yeah.
You know, then we'll drop islands and build wharfs, you know, for
Okay.
camps and boats and stuff.
Right. Okay. So pretty much expanding Lake Inn Park. into Lakeland Parkway.
Parkway. Yeah.
And then, of course, we have a pier. Let's just talk a little bit about that pier because I did get a chance to see the plans, but just kind of paint a picture, let folks know what this pier is all about. It looks beautiful.
Just imagine coming in off of 70, you park, you walk into this. It kind of looks like a strip mall, but kind of like on a beachy type look, right? You walk through the breezeway, you go on the back, and it's an open deck that steps down to another beach, right? And on that deck, you can access the back of all these restaurants and bars and retail places, and even maybe a band playing in an amphitheater that's on the back, very small amphitheater, but it'll play towards the lake where people that's on the beach can enjoy the band. I mean, it's going to take a little while to get that many, all 7 phases done, but if we can fund the first phase, the rest of them fall right in line.
And that's where I was going about money. I'm always leading back to money. It's change. So there is monies available.
Money makes the world go round.
All right. We have one more segment. Come on back right here on The Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to The Voice of the Coast. Now, I have really lost my train of thought where we were supposed to come back to. It'll probably come back to me. But there's something else that did kind of replace that, and that's Shannon School. I think, I love being the first to reveal information. So Shannon School, I don't even think you actually went public with it just yet. And then when I say public, meeting with the media, what's the plan for Shannon School?
So I just signed the papers today. And the papers are on their way over to the school board for them to sign it. And then we own it. We're going to subdivide the land behind it into 16 lots and sell the lots with very particular guidelines for people to build a house, right? We believe that the lots won't last a week or two. They'll be gone.
How affordable would this be? And what are the specs on like the lots about?
Well, the lots are 80 feet deep, and some of them are 45 feet wide and some of them are 55 feet wide. So it's a smaller area house where they kind of tight together. It's got a mutual front yard. In the middle, they face each other. And I'm pretty sure the smaller lots are about 32,000 or so, and the bigger lots like 36,000. So it's not very affordable.
Okay.
And it's the highest land in town. So you don't have to build it up.
Right, and is there going to be a street that runs in between it, or they're pretty much?
No, there's a street on one side. I think it's Y Street, and then we're going to put a one-way street that ties in a Persian Street on the back side of the other one. In between the two houses is the common area.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So everybody's got a
so
big,
like
huge
just
front
a little
yard.
community or subdivision.
On
almost.
those subdivision, on those.
Okay. Now we talked about the school itself. What about the school? I mean, that's because right now it's used by the sheriff's department and also like Biddy basketball.
Yeah. So right now, the main reason to do this was to protect that gym, because if not, we wouldn't have Biddy basketball, and we want to start a Biddy volleyball, right, for little kids, right. So we had to protect that gym. Nothing's gonna happen in that gym. The schools are. We don't know just yet, but we have a lot of ideas. But we have a development district, so that I formed when I first become the mayor, and I want them to bring us some ideas at the city level to see what they want to do. We do have ideas, but we don't want to be dictatorship. We want everybody to have a say-so in what they believe should happen. Now, the schools, the buildings can never be tore down. They have to be maintained in a historic dedication right now in the country. So we can't touch them. So we're gonna leave them like that. But I know what you were thinking about, but you forgot.
What was that?
The baseball field.
Yes. Okay. Tell me about the baseball field, because that's also some more money.
That's more money. See, just money, right?
Yeah.
This one we had to earn though.
Okay.
We didn't get this one free. We had to earn it. So when we leased the auditorium to the Coast Guard during the storm, they were very grateful, and they paying us $120,000 for that. So we're going to take that money, and for next baseball season, it's too late now, and we're going to AstroTurf those 2 baseball fields at Complex Park. And on top of that, HB Young gave us the money to build a new bathroom, a new bathroom system over there, because that was pretty bad. you know.
And
So
speaking of HB Young, I think there's also, is there going to be a new ramp at the auditorium?
on the west side, yes, a handicap ramp.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few issues with the one over there already, so we said safety first.
Yeah. Is that the one that kind of goes around and round?
Well, it
and
has to
round?
because it has to have rest stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
has to have rest stops. The old one is really steep and dangerous.
Is that the one, obviously?
On the other side.
Other side.
Yeah.
Okay. I've gone down that one. Just even walking down. You're right. It is kind of an issue. I think I got everything. The biggest thing definitely was I wanted to talk about Shannon School, because that has been something that has just kind of in a way laid dormant in a way. I mean, after they closed me, thankfully, it's still used by the kids and the sheriff's department, but it's just so many other things that can be used as far as other parts of the school, and I want to be the first to know what that is.
We definitely gonna make that into something. You don't have to worry about that.
All right. Thank you very much, and thank you guys. We'll see you guys next time.